He slapped his struggling dad, who'd seen war and loss. But the real blow came when that man stood up and changed the room with one quiet sentence. The rain had just stopped when a biker walked into Benny's diner, helmet in one hand, ego in the other. His boots slammed against the floor. The place was calm until he shattered it. He brushed past a little girl's table, knocking her juice over, then stomped toward the back. An elderly man sat alone, quietly eating toast and sipping coffee. Without warning, the biker shouted, "Move it, Grandpa!" Then, in front of everyone, he slapped him. The diner went silent. A waitress dropped a plate. A baby started crying. The old man stumbled, but didn't fall. He bent down, picked up his cap, and placed it back on his head, 101st Airborne patch catching the light. He sat back down. Not a single word. Just the kind of quiet strength that doesn't need defending. The biker laughed. Didn't think those war heroes came with wheelchairs. But no one knew this man's story. His name was Thomas Ray. He had served 3 tours, lost his left leg in combat, raised 2 daughters as a struggling dad after his wife died from cancer. He was a true hero in every sense of the word. And 30 minutes earlier, he had sent a text. Same booth. Got you coffee. Every Sunday, his eldest daughter, now a U.S. Army officer, joined him for breakfast. Outside, military jeeps pulled up, the windows fogged with tension. The biker turned, confused. Thomas didn't flinch, because he knew his family was already here. And this time, respect wouldn't be requested. It'd be delivered. The biker raised his voice, bragging about the slap. His friends laughed, but the windows began to shake. Not from thunder, from power. People looked outside. A line of military trucks stopped in front of the diner. Engines cut. The doors opened. 12 soldiers marched inside in perfect sync. The energy shifted. The laughter died. At the center was a woman, tall, sharp eyes, decorated uniform. Commander Elaine Rivers. She said nothing at first, just walked over to the booth where her father sat, the same man the biker had humiliated minutes ago. She looked at the fading red mark on his face, then slowly turned to the biker. "Who hit this man?" A wave of hands pointed. The biker stood up, panicked. "I didn't know he was your dad. I didn't mean." Elaine raised her hand. Silence. That man served 28 years. He carried wounded soldiers through burning sand. He taught me honor before I could speak. He's a single dad, and you slapped him because you were in a rush. She nodded once. A soldier placed a steaming cup of coffee in front of the old man. "Sir," the soldier said with respect. Commander Rivers brought the team. The old man gave a quiet smile. She always does. The biker's knees nearly gave out. The diner didn't clap. They didn't speak. They stood. Not because someone raised their voice, but because someone stood with dignity. That's what real quiet strength looks like. That's military respect. And the slap? It didn't break him. It woke a legacy. The biker sat alone now. No smirk, no friends, no laughter. Then came the sound of slow footsteps. Thomas Ray, the man he had slapped earlier, stood from his booth and walked toward him. The diner watched, breath held. He didn't clench his fists, didn't yell, just walked with calm strength. He stopped in front of the biker and looked him in the eyes. "I fought for your right to act like a fool," Thomas said, "but I earned the right to call you one." The biker looked down, ashamed. His voice caught in his throat. "You still have time," Thomas added. "Every day above ground is a second chance. But don't waste it pretending to be tough, because real strength is quieter than you think." He turned, returned to his booth. His daughter, a military officer, waited there with 12 uniformed soldiers standing nearby. No weapons, just presence. The kind of military respect that doesn't need permission to be felt. The waitress placed a hand on Thomas's shoulder. Her voice cracked. "Sir, thank you." And slowly, almost like a ripple, the entire diner stood. No words. They didn't stand for a fight. They stood for a struggling dad who raised daughters alone. A soldier who lost a leg, but never lost his soul. A true hero who walked with quiet pride. He didn't demand revenge. He didn't need to raise his voice. He just stood tall, and that was enough. Because real heroes don't seek glory. They carry it in silence. A daughter in uniform. A father in silence. in a room full of strangers who stood for something greater. Respect isn't claimed. It's earned step by step, word by word. Back end index pointing right, hit that like button if you believe in quiet heroes. And subscribe for more stories that prove true strength doesn't shout. It stands tall.